talking about 1 Peter 4. We're going through 1 Peter, and I just want to talk about temptations today. And there's many temptations that we face, and I think sometimes we can look at a temptation as being an option. Like you go down the cereal aisle and you're tempted with this cereal or that cereal, but in actuality, a real temptation is an enemy. And if you give into that temptation, it can become a habit, or it can become something that defines you. When you give into God, that is what you are actually wanting to do, to define your life, and for those things of God to become a habit. And so what we practice, that is what's going to come naturally to us. So how do we fight against this enemy called temptation? Well, in 1 Peter 4:7, Peter says to be self-controlled. And so that means saying yes to God, yes to the things of God, and no to the lusts of the flesh, those things that just make us feel good temporarily. He also encourages us to be sober-minded, and that means to be filled with the Holy Spirit and not drunk on the things of the flesh. If you look at it, being drunk on the flesh as if you're being in a fog. If you are in a fog, you can't really see in front of you, you can't see things clearly, and Peter goes on to say that it can even hinder your prayers, and that makes sense because if you are so consumed with the world, then you can't really see clearly what God is wanting. And so when you push into God and you're filled with the Spirit and you're sober-minded, then you're able to pray effectively, and that fog lifts and you're able to see the things of God. And so how do we get that fog to lift? Well, it starts with humbling ourselves before the Lord and asking the Lord to help us, and surrounding ourselves with people that are like-minded. And so I think of it as in CrossFit. All right, if you want to work out and you want to get in shape, then you join CrossFit, because all those people are like-minded. All those people are having the same goal in mind. And so join yourselves with people who have the exact same goal in mind, to serve God, to love Him with all their heart, with all their soul, with all their mind, with all their strength. And when you're walking, you're going to realize that you're not doing it alone. So that fog will lift. The temptations, you will be able to fight them off. I guarantee that. And the Lord will change the habits in your life, will change the things that define you into the things that He wants you to be. So I just pray for you, and I encourage you to just do these things through the power of Christ. God bless.